Crews are getting ready here at Atomic Speedway just south of Chillicothe off US Route 23 and Blain Highway. I'm Dan Ramey. We're getting ready for racing this Thursday night. Details in just a moment after this from Hometown Motors Incorporated.
Husqvarna, zero turns, lawn tractors, walk-behinds, handhelds, and auto mowers. All at Hometown Motors Incorporated. Buy it here, get it serviced here. Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue, Chillicothe.
Oh yeah, especially with, we've been down since November. We don't race all winter long. So we get geared up for March. The first race usually Buckeye Spring 50. And then it got canceled before we even got a chance to run it. So, being down till almost the end of May now, it's glad to put something on where at least people in the area can watch it on TV, if nothing else.
Chad, talk about your involvement. You've been involved for a while as a sponsor, but now the stakes are a little higher.
Yeah, well, me and the family's been coming to this track for several years, and we've sponsored the track for years when I had the Valero gas stations. And I talked to Brad over, maybe last year or two, and he's wanted me to get more involved either as an investor or some ownership. And I started out with doing some investing, and then of course we kind of ran right into a wall with this coronavirus, and this has all led up to the ownership. So I guess we have the coronavirus to thank for this partnership that we've now created. But we're excited. We're excited about the future. We're excited about the rest of this year, next year, and we think we can do some great things here at Atomic Speedway. And he's a heck of a promoter, and they tell me I can do some things with business, so we'll see. If we can put those two things together, then we should do pretty good, if the weather cooperates.
Brad, you've had a lot of reaction from race fans since your Facebook Live broadcast the other day. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's, over the last 2 weeks alone, just the Facebook Live stuff that we do, we've had about 500,000 views of just the small little Facebook Lives I do from what we call our perch up top there. So that's just, that leads to, so many things. Sponsors calling this and then that led to this show Thursday, actually. That's what kind of got the ball rolling on it, because the guidelines came out that we wasn't going to be able to have any fans. So the only way to get things rolling in this area is to do a pay-per-view deal. So.
And you've had TV here before, so that's had to be helpful, I would think.
Yeah, we've had TV, but no pay-per-view stuff. We've never done anything like that. We've always worked with Horizon and stuff on getting the right stuff up here to do pay-per-view, and now we got all that stuff, the download and upload speed and all that stuff. It should be good to go, as good as any pay-per-view you can get. So,
Speed Shift TV, they've done a lot of this stuff?
Yep. Speed Shift's done some stuff here. This is going to be their first big pay-per-view here. We usually do most of, and that's on the sprint car side. Dirt on Dirt does all the late model stuff that we have here, so they always do a flawless job. So they'll be next Friday for our second pay-per-view of the year.
We saw how weird it was watching NASCAR yesterday with no fans.
Yeah.
Kind of think this will be like a big test session.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Except for I've raced for 17 years. I wasn't any good, and I know how intense it is racing. I can't imagine how these guys that run up front 125 mile an hour around this place. I'm sure they won't notice the no fan deal until they get out of the car and nobody's clapping for them, I guess. But it is still going to be a great show regardless. But it's really what we're forced to have right now is the bad part.
I know that sponsorship is very huge, especially at small tracks.
We currently have several sponsors, obviously, but what we want to do is build the sponsorship, of course. We want to create a renovation here, a lot of paint coming, new roofs coming, new bathrooms coming, things of that nature, and we're going to redo the VIP tower. That's completely being renovated, and we think that'll all lead to new sponsorships. We're going to get involved in the communities and the Chamber of Commerce in both Pike County and also here in Ross County. So we want to get everybody involved, the community involved, get fans here when we're allowed, of course, and we want to increase the sponsorship tremendously and get some of the big players that are in our area involved, and their customers are race fans. So if we can marriage some of those, I think it'd be a good thing.
Usually the big sponsor hit is from like February to March. That's kind of when everybody's paying, they're geared up and this and that, and they get everything in for the year. This COVID deal hit right at the beginning of March, so it kind of put a hold on everything. So, you know, now it's going back to contacting all the sponsors and saying, hey, this is what we're doing. And I've already had several that have came on board just for this week because they know that their sign's going to be in the infield. They'll be mentioned on, you know, live pay-per-view to 15, 20,000, who knows how many thousand people this Thursday and then next Friday. So if anybody wants to be involved with Atomic Speedway, you can get a hold of us on our Atomic Speedway Facebook page. All of our social media outlets, just reach out to us there. People like Todd George, my buddy, had the idea about putting these brick pavers in between the bleachers and stuff here. And I've had several fans jump on that and, you know, honor loved ones or themselves or whatever they want to put on them. You know, it's a cheap way to always be a part of Atomic Speedway. If you can't afford a, you know, $500 sign or $2,000 sign, you can buy you a brick there and it's always right there. So there's several ways that, you know, anybody can be involved. I want to say thanks to Chad, all the great fans and everybody that's been coming for the last 7 years here. It's been a long road. Here I swear I get emotional. But without him, we wouldn't be here right now.
Our first handshake of the post-corona.
Yeah. We've been around each other for the last couple months every day anyways, so we're looking forward to our first event. Even though the fans can't be in the stands, we're definitely ready to see some dirt fly.